back to Living as a Christian. This week's topic is going to focus on physical health, which includes how we eat, how we exercise, our sleep, and other considerations as well. Please watch these videos clipped from YouTube and be sure to post your responses to the Google Classroom. Remember, your responses can be things you like, things you dislike, things you learned, or anything you found important. Are you ready? Let's get started.
Regular physical activity can lower your risk of heart and circulatory disease by 35%. When you are active, the heat produced by your muscles increases your body temperature, making you feel warmer. Your heart starts to beat faster, pumping more blood to the muscles you are using. Your heart is also a muscle. If you are active regularly, it gets bigger and stronger. Your muscles are working harder, so they need more oxygen. You start to breathe faster so your blood can pick up more oxygen from your lungs. Your lungs work harder to make this happen. Once your blood has picked up oxygen, it moves to the muscles you are using, giving them the extra oxygen they need. If you are active regularly, more capillaries grow in the muscles you've been working. This is one reason why activity starts to feel easier over time. Getting active is great for people with diabetes. If you have type 2 diabetes, you have too much glucose in your blood, probably because you don't have enough insulin. Physical activity helps you use the insulin you do have. It also helps your cells use glucose, even when there is no insulin. Regular physical activity can improve your memory and attention span. Over time, the bit of the brain involved in memory and learning seems to get bigger. Long-term physical activity leads to a lower resting heart rate and lower blood pressure. This helps cut your risk of heart and circulatory disease. And there are more reasons to smile. When you're active, your brain produces chemicals called endorphins. These reduce feelings of pain and make you feel more positive. Getting active cuts down on stress hormones, reducing anxiety. Combine activity with a balanced diet and you'll help yourself reach and maintain a healthy weight. Aim for 150 minutes of moderate intensity activity per week. Try to be active every day. Every 10 minutes counts.
How to be more active. Number 1, start a walking program. Start out by committing yourself to walking for 10 to 15 minutes a day, every day. As this becomes easier for you to accomplish, up the time to 30 minutes a day or 15 minutes twice a day. Number 2, make the trip from A to B longer or more physical. Anytime you park in a parking lot, park further away. If possible, use the stairs, or anytime you go shopping for anything, walk a lap around the store before you actually start your shopping. Number 3, stand or walk when you're on the phone. Make a rule to yourself that phone time is activity time by always standing or pacing while you're on the phone. Number 4, don't hire someone to do housework. Do it yourself. This is a great way to get your body moving in different directions and also moves your joints through different ranges of motion. Number 5, work in the yard. Mowing and trimming the grass are great full body movements. Planting a garden, picking up leaves and trash, and trimming bushes and trees are other ways to get you moving as well. Number 6, use the alarm on your phone as a movement alarm. If you're sitting at a desk all day, set the alarm on your phone every half hour. When it rings, stand up and walk around for a couple of minutes. Number 7, use commercial breaks on TV as alarms. Just like the alarm on your phone, when a commercial comes on, stand up, walk around for the break. Number 8, join a league. Bowling, golf, softball, and volleyball leagues are always being formed. Joining one of these leagues is a great way to increase your physical movement and also increase your engagement with other people. Number 9, go to a group class. Yoga, Zumba, step class, group classes are fun, move your body in various directions, ranges of motions, and also provide a great way to be more socially active. Number 10, plan physical activity on weekends and vacations. Weekends and vacations are for getting away from the everyday grind of life, but they don't have to be spent sitting doing nothing. Taking a hike or even going to an amusement park are great ways to spend time moving your body and having fun at the same time. Folks, if you sit down and really think about ways you can create more physical movement in your life, you should be able to come up with a pretty good list. So, get out there and move more.
Hi, I'm Candy Cumming, a registered dietitian with Sharp Healthcare, and today we're going to talk about portion control because it's really hard to figure out how to set up a plate. I like to use my hands and a clock. Well, we want about 2 cups of vegetables on our plate, so that would be 1 fist for 1 cup and the second fist for the second cup. When we put the starchy thing on there, your rice or your potato or your corn, you just need 1 fistful or 1 cup of food. And then when it comes to the protein part, the meat, the chicken or fish, you're looking at about 4 fingers because each finger roughly is about the size of an ounce of meat. So you can think of your 4 fingers, or the palm of your hand is about the same size. Or if you want to, you can think of the deck of cards as the appropriate size of meat, chicken or fish on your plate. So I mentioned earlier that I always use a clock too because I like to set up my plate thinking of it as a clock face. Here from 12 to 3, you got your 4 fingers of meat, chicken, or fish, whatever you prefer. From 3 to 6, you got that 1 fistful or 1 cup of starchy food. And then from 12 to 6 on the other side, you have your 2 cups of vegetables. So what does this look like when we actually set up a plate? Here it is. Here's your clock face all dressed up with food. So you have this beautiful 2 cups of vegetables here, your 4 fingers or your deck of cards worth of meat, chicken, or fish, and down here, your 1 cup of starchy food. When you get all of that on a plate, you have only about 400 calories. It's really nutritious and really filling. Be mindful though, if you added a lot of extra butter or sour cream or fried all that food, you could double or triple the calories on that plate and kind of blow the whole thing with portion control. So remember the clock face and your hands, and you can set up a really healthy plate. And now you've just learned some really basics on portion control.
Did you know that the way you eat, move, and sleep can actually impact your mood? There's a lot of information out there, and sometimes it can be hard to know how to make changes to improve your well-being. So we've reviewed trusted resources and worked with youth and other experts so that we can share some of the tips that we found useful. Eating. We know, we've all heard that we're supposed to be eating healthy, but what does that really mean? And how can you actually make this work for you? Start by visualizing your plate and think about the ways that you can get the nutrients you need. Something like this. If you're just starting to cook at home, give yourself a break because it can be a bit of a disaster. Thankfully, there are a lot of easy recipes online. Go down the YouTube rabbit hole and see what you can find. Don't worry, you don't have to give up all the foods you love. Even changing your habits a little bit can make a difference. And stay hydrated. Drink water when you're thirsty instead of sugary drinks, and try using a phone app to track how much water you're drinking to reach your goals. Movement. As important as regular exercise is for your physical health, it can also have mood-boosting powers. It's recommended to exercise 3 times a week for 45 to 60 minutes each time. And while that may seem daunting, there are simple ways that you can incorporate exercise into your life. You might have to try a few different things until you find one you actually enjoy. Keep in mind, the gym isn't the only place where you can exercise. Whatever works for you, as long as it gets your heart pumping. We might get so pumped about exercising and set unrealistic goals that leave us feeling down and defeated if we don't achieve them. Set reasonable expectations, and be proud of yourself for your accomplishments, no matter how big or small. Scheduling time to work out and putting it in your phone might be a good way to hold yourself accountable. Sometimes people can have complicated relationships with food and exercise, or even experience challenges with an eating disorder. These tips may not apply to you. If you want more support, talk to the people you trust or a doctor to find other ways that you can improve your well-being. Remember, it takes time for new habits to stick, so give yourself a break and do what works best for you. Practicing these things together can have a positive impact on your mood. If you have other ways to support your mental health, tell us in the comments, and check out our video on depression here. Thanks for watching.